Hello, everybody. Hello. So last week you haven't seen us because I was traveling, but this week I am with Michelle for the M show, and I'm excited because it's a full moon also. Full moon or new moon? I don't know.
Full,
She will
full.
the full moon. She will tell us more. But happy August to all of you. It is the last month of summer vacation, I will say, because we are still a little bit in summer in September. But I hope this time you use it to relax and rest because remember, it's all about healthy living. So, hello, Michelle.
Good afternoon, Medge. Happy to see you on this harvest moon, and it's also Lammas, which is the time of abundance for the farmers. And I feel abundant since I got to meet you over a year ago. My life has been expanding and enriched in many heartfelt ways.
Oh, thank you, Michelle. But I will send you the same best compliment also. But I will tell you why we feel that great, and I want you guys to hear what we are saying. It's not about you don't have somebody who is making things for you, doing things for you. It's about creating a community where people are supporting each other. We are supporting each other. It's not because we are buying our stuff, but we can support people emotionally. We can, of course, buy their product or services. But the most important is that it's the emotional support. It's the fact that we are together creating a better life, but we are all doing it together. There is no competition. We are doing it. And Michelle, I talk about Michelle to many people just because I know what she is doing will help them transform their daily life. And it's important. So if we see our life like that as a beautiful journey where we are meeting people and everybody is important, everybody and everybody have a role to play in our life. We don't get it, but it's true. So Michelle will tell us more about this amazing full moon because she lives with astrology. Everything that she does, she look at the number, numerology. She look at the time of the year. And sometimes I tell her, wow, business is really slow. I have nobody coming, which is not really true all the time because I am mostly booked. But she will say, oh, this is the time for you because the moon is going this way. It's a time for you to care about you. Take the time to relax or plan. Tell us more about this amazing full moon. In Leo, right? No.
The full moon today is in Aquarius, and we've been waiting for the age of Aquarius since the Beatles because they talked about the
Oh,
Aquarius. And even before the early 70s, we were looking to Aquarius because it was going to bring in the new age of peace. And Aquarius rules technology. And we are lucky to have cell phones, and we have Zoom, and we have computers. Our life has become very simple in that we can connect with people instantaneously, not only hearing them, but seeing them. In the wild, wild west, you had to get on your horse and you said, I'll see you in 3 moons if you were lucky. So look how the burden of transportation has been lifted. The creator of the universe gives us where we're at in our ability to function. So, in order to use technology, our brain had to expand. We couldn't just know how to ride a horse. We had to comprehend how to use a computer. And that's difficult in the beginning because it's a language that we were unfamiliar with, correct?
mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And any language is a learning curve. It's taken me about 50 years, and I still feel I'm just beginning to understand astrology because it's a science.
Mhm.
We live in a universe that is so large that we can't possibly comprehend it. And yet, for years, science has been creating language so that we can understand something bigger than ourselves.
Mhm.
And now we're comfortable saying, oh, the moon's in Aquarius, and next week, 8/8, they call the Lion's Gate, which is all about the heart. And when we operate from the heart, we not only think, but we feel. So when
Yes.
we're in that balance, that's what I learned from you, Medge. I'm sorry for interrupting, because
Yes.
I excel at thinking. That's really my forte. And you excel at compassion and feeling. So naturally, God puts you and I together because you're the tree of love and compassion in the Bodhisattva, and I'm the tree of thought and intellect. And we're on the seesaw of a relationship where you say, I think, then I say, and you feel. And we're a perfect infinity relationship. We're opposite, but our opposites balance us perfectly.
I love what you say. And if you are watching us, you see in our back, we have this two N and a heart in the middle. The M show, it's all about bringing you two tips, tools to transform your daily life, have healthier habits, and live a better life. But when what Michelle just said, Michelle said that when you feel with your heart, it's transforming your life. What I have learned, yes, she sing and she use more her brain than I do. However, we both have that. We have balance. I will feel first. I will imagine and I will have it in balance. She will sing first and she will feel after and have it in balance. So she's not the thinker. I'm not the yes, we have this gift, this balance. We are balanced because we work at it. We have been working at it. It didn't happen overnight. We work at creating more balance into our life. So I want to talk about the heart because a lot of people are stuck in their heads. They are stuck there. They are stuck there with conditioning, with stories, with the past, with all that. When you go inside your heart, I call it get unstuck. I call it get free. I call it get completely yourself. Because when you are stuck here, nothing is happening. Because you spend your time thinking, and you're like that. And it's exactly that. But as soon as you remember that you can drop into your heart to truly understand who you are and know your gift, know your weaknesses, and all that, you have here a huge compass because you can think how much as you want. You can have all the noise here, but here you get back on track. Here you balance. Here you create amazing thing. And right, Michelle, we cannot create from our head. We can think with the head, but we create with the heart. So the beautiful thing that you create with to be discovered with Shay, it's creation. You create something, but you use your creative art to do that.
The heart is an energy. That's why the circulation of the entire blood goes through the heart several times a day. And it goes through the brain as well. So if we're smart, we realize, well, if this is the pump, just
Yeah.
like the gas in the car, maybe it's smart to get inside of the pump so I can send the fuel to the engine and then to the wheel. So when I say I think first, actually, that's what I do when I'm starting to take my action. In my silence, I get into a place, they call it the vortex, the gap, the zone, whatever, or nothingness. And I allow, which you do too, and everybody does it, but I allow nothingness to come into my imagination. And then I say, oh, what did I just feel? And then I get the pen, and the pen is running, and it's running. And before I know it, a whole page has been filled. It really was my feeling, but my mind is smart enough to translate it into a practical language that I can then manifest either relationship, food, money. And that's how you get the engine and the car on the road.
Absolutely. And I absolutely love that. Staying in balance. So we talk about that often, but we want to talk over and over because this is the key of being healthy, healthier, staying in balance. So all the emotion, all the trauma, true, I work on that. I help people get rid of this trauma that you have in your head or in the body. Because we talked about it last time. The body keeps score. The body, all the disease that you have in the body, if you trace emotionally this issue that you have, you go to the root of it, it's often an emotion.
And regret is an emotion.
Regret,
now, we can look,
resentment.
if you want to look at it, if you want to look at just regret as a word, independent emotion, you just say you were cooking eggs, for example, and the phone rings and you go to the phone, and next thing you, oh, my eggs are burning because the eggs only take 2 minutes. So now you have regret that you didn't shut the range before you pick up the phone. Now that isn't a big regret, but you learned the lesson of, cooking and talking, I must put the timer on or reduce the fire. It's a simple regret. I'm sharing the value of regret. Regret is not to criticize us or to beat us up. Regret is to wake up and take a mental note that we don't talk, and cook at the same time. So in the future, I hear the phone, the eggs are cooking. I say, okay, let me shut this off, move it. Then I go get the phone. It's adding the step of regret that teaches me how to act. But some people don't want to look at their regrets. They say, oh, I don't want to feel bad about what I did. But then you'll never learn the lesson from regret is a teacher. It's like a geography teacher. A lot of people didn't like geography. Now they don't know where anything in the world is because they didn't pay attention. But regret is like geography. It's there to help us navigate life so that we know where the cold weather is, where the hot weather, and then we can be selective of how to treat our life. That's what I see regret as, not as a punishment, but as a teacher.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. But we can talk the next time about emotion because they are helping us to stay healthy or helping us disturbing our health. They are disturbing health or they are helping us stay healthy. So we have to remember that. So as we remember that, we create balance. So the first of the month of August, it's always fun. As you see, we have the same color. We didn't do it on purpose, but we were in the mood of this fire, lion energy. So, and the love energy also. Because I think both of us with a lion in Venus in Leo, right? Or something like that, no?
Well, you have your Venus in Leo, which is fire. And I have my Venus in Aries, which is fire. That's another reason
Oh,
when we get going,
that's why.
we're like real hot fire go. Most of the time we get along 100% fabulous. But if we disagree and you get those two fires going, you have a big fire.
But we love each other enough to say, okay, let's
So
step
much
back, calm down.
back. Because
Absolutely.
neither of us are wrong or right. We're individuals.
Yes, we all have a version of our rights. Okay, so
Okay, so look at it.
yeah, absolutely. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you guys for listening. Please write down what you would love to hear from us because we have a lot of subjects and conversation that we can have with you, but we would love you to give us some input and insight for us to satisfy your needs. So let's do
Absolutely.
it like that. Michelle, I will see you next Monday.
I'll see you next Monday. Medge,
Bye-bye,
thank you.
guys.
Happy full moon in Aquarius.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.